Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Life of a Felon and the Penitent. Starting off where the 40 begins. La Cuare, that means the 40. I don't even know why they name it that, really. I have to look into that.
Blocks.
40 blocks? Is that what it means, really?
Yeah. 40 neighborhoods.
Oh, I just learned something right now. 46 years old and I just learned something. It's like that sometimes.
I hung out over here. Well, I really didn't hang out over here, but I had a friend that lived over here.
And in fact, oh yeah.
We used to hang out a little bit over here.
Yeah, and in fact, out of my whole life, there's some of these streets I've never even just joyriding some of these streets I've never even been through. This is more predominantly Hispanic, Chicano, Mexican-American heritage.
Over here on Frederick Street. I think this is Frederick.
Stinson. Oh, there's a Frederick over here?
Frederick Street.
Because I know there's a Frederick in Los Encinos. It's a peaceful night, man. It looks beautiful out here, man, regardless. You know, just family cleaning up their house, doing their yards. I know I did my yard today, boy. I appreciate you too.
I know it was Frederick. It was Curtis Street. Right?
Curtis.
Yeah, used to hang out here. Seen a few fights here.
I know there was a lot of drive-bys back in the 90s, the early 90s. There was a whole lot of drive-bys, but I know they're kind of made its way back into this time. Trying to reach out to these youngsters, man. It ain't worth it. They don't know the ending of it. They don't know the ending of the story.
My friend JD, Jimmy, we call him Jimmy Bones, but he lived over here, and right now he's in prison. He's locked up right now. I don't know what he did or what. I just heard that he was locked up. He got a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
Might be out by now.
We could look him up, find out.
Yeah. Jimmy Gonzalez.
So this is part of La 40 also?
Yeah.
Because I always knew it more on that side of Baldwin, which we'll hit that way, guys, too.
Yeah. My grandpa was raised over there on that side. And he grew up over there on
Oh, really?
Side
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know? Okay, are you talking about Upper Road?
No, not Upper.
Where he grew up.
Where he grew up.
I'd like to see that.
Him and his brothers and his sisters.
I'd like to see that. Because I know he's old school, of course. He went to Vietnam, huh?
Yeah, back in the 60s. That was over there.
Yeah, it's good to know your history, man. This is... What street is this here? Just Baldwin?
Yeah, Baldwin.
Yeah, this is the... I would say, so this is Morgan, Cheyenne, right here. Morgan and Cheyenne.
Passed by a friend's house. Remember, you know Alex, right?
Yeah, Alex.
He lives over here, too. And Cheyenne Street. Shit, even me and Alex, man. We even done some stuff. Used to have a good time. I used to party at his
We gotta
house.
interview him. What's he about? What's going on with him?
He's doing good. He's doing his music right now. He's doing music.
Oh man, that'd be good to interview.
He's working. Does all kinds of stuff, man. Doing good too.
He's been down before, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Osage. Oh, so he's still staying here?
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I remember. I came over here, remember? Everybody's doing.
Yeah, everybody's doing their
yard today, man. Everybody's doing the weed eaters to work today.
Yeah.
No rest for them weed eaters, boy. Especially here in Corpus.
Fine today.
You gotta.
Nah, everybody's working on their yard today. Huh? We did yours.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
Was good, man.
It's good to get that sun, though. You know. On another note, they say there's some literature talking about that sun. You got to get that sun. Yeah, that vitamin D, man. You get that sun. We had a blooper hug. Excuse us, guys. Oh, that's another thing about Corpus, man. We had them potholes.
Yeah, man. Pothole City.
It's like playing Space Invaders back in the 80s, man. You gotta move. You gotta swerve. You gotta bob and weave.
Yeah.
You gotta squeeze.
Oh, shit. So bad. I think over here is where my grandfather grew up.
Okay.
Back then.
See, because you got this part. I always thought this was La Cuarenta, but then you got that side of port. I guess it's probably all part of La Cuarenta. La Cuare.
I think there was a school called ABC School here back then. I think that's the one he went to when he was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Duncan Highland. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a good video for you guys to watch, man. Especially if y'all live out of Corpus Christi. This is the Corpus Christi streets right here, the heart of the hood right here. This is it.
Everybody loves their
This
stuff
is the
around here.
this is the cream of the crop. This is it right here. It's weed eater day, guys. There it is, right there. There goes another one. That's a nice weed eater too. Everybody's trying to maintain.
Just took this way out here. Look at that, man.
Oh man, that's degenerate right there, man.
Somebody still lives there.
This is old right here though. I always thought they call it La Cuarentas because it was, you know, developed in the 40s. That could be another theory.
You know how there's always different meanings and shit. Depends
Yeah.
who you're hearing it from. This and that.
Yeah.
Hey, this place is good right here, Louis. It's a chicken place. It's cheap, man. They give you a lot
It used to
of
be
chicken.
Church's chicken back then.
Yeah.
I remember one time me and my homeboy Frank Gabriales, man, we were in some bikes right here, man, and I fell right there, man, and I fell on my palms and a rock went in my palm.
No.
Yeah. Little war story. Oh, this is the heart of it right here. This is the what do you call that thing? This is the strip right here. This is Port and Ruth. I think back in the 60s, man, 60s and 70s, man, all the old school, what do you call them? Yeah, there you go. Chucos. Excuse me, guys. I have a lot of brain freeze nowadays. A lot of brain freezes. See, now you got Mexicanos over here, but back then they were the Pachucos. The Chucos, Pachucos. But now you have a lot of Mexicans moving. As a matter of fact, I think they used to call it, they call it Little Mexico, I think, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's what my son told me. This is new right here. That looks nice. They call it Little Mexico over here, by the way. Have you heard that? That's what Lewis was telling me. Little Mexico, man. A lot of Mexicans moving in. I know my homeboy Frank's uncle lived over here on one of these streets. It looks different for some reason.
There's a law office right here.
Yeah, law office. Got a law office in the hood. Yeah, I just seen Frank's uncle down out there, sitting out there. You could just freestyle through these streets, just roam as you will. There's a name for these houses, man. There's a lot of these houses here in La Cuarenta. They're like, there's a name for them. I stumbled across the name not too long ago. They're like long houses. There's a name for them. Yeah.
This school. Duncan Street.
Duncan. Yeah, I'm glad we shot it when we did because the sun's going down.
We do got a spread video coming our way too.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We got an episode of a spread coming up. Little old standard spread, nothing fancy, just a standard one. The Pullman spread. We'll probably have a part 2 of Molina and La Cuarenta. Get some good daylight. We can show y'all some more streets. I remember stomping in here a couple of times back in the 90s, early 90s. There's a lot of industrial shops over here, a lot of mechanics, by the way, over here in this spot. In fact, I just was over here yesterday, man. I was looking for a special boat, man, in this old school. He owns a junkyard down on one of these streets, man, and I actually found the boat I was looking for, man.
Over here, man, and there's a hotel straight ahead.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. Midtown.
Midtown, yeah.
Midtown, yeah. I've been in there a few times.
Have you been?
But man, it's bad in there, man.
Man.
But yeah.
I feel like I'm back in the 80s, man, just having a good time out here.
It's crazy right
Yeah, a lot of them old chucos, like you were saying, them pachucos, yeah, they're pretty much extinct, man. You know?
Yeah.
That was like my dad's generation, you know? Probably your grandfather's generation.
Yeah.
There would be clubs out here, man. They'd be just having a good time, man, you know? Yeah, a lot of these were bars back then. Back in the 70s and 80s.
This was it right here.
There it is.
Back then it was called Midtown. Oh, look, it still is.
Midtown.
Midtown Hotel.
I actually never been in there.
I've been in there, man, with a few friends. Man, this back then was worse. I think Novato was over here.
Navarro?
Yeah, that's where my uncle stays right now.
That's right.
Oh wait, it might be on this side.
Yeah, Navarro's back this way. It's just right here.
Yeah.
That'd be another shoot we can do.
You remember Klutz? Right?
Yeah. Galvan.
I remember they had quinceañeras in here. The ballroom. Been in there.
All right, guys, we just exited La Cuarenta. We're going into 6 Points. This is East Corpus right here, going towards downtown, towards the water. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. We took y'all through the streets, the hood of La Cuarenta. We got another one coming to you guys, hopefully part 2. We have some better daylight. These old real estate right here, I think these were all bars back then. Possibly some industrial. This is Staple Street right here, one of the longest streets in Corpus, man. This takes you all the way to the south side. All right, guys, y'all have a good one, man. Hope y'all enjoyed.